friends, my name is Tiffany. I'm a fat yoga teacher trying to make yoga more accessible to everybody. So let's talk about samadhi. If you didn't already know, I have COVID and I am doing the best that I can to keep the wheels going. So we're doing yoga philosophy chats for these last few days of the 90 Days of Yoga Challenge. There's going to be a couple of days where we do physical practice at the very end. So it is coming, if I'm like counting it correctly. I think there's 1, maybe 2 days of physical practice where we'll just be flowing, and I'm excited to do those. But for now, let's talk about samadhi. So, samadhi. Patanjali describes the 8th and final stage of Ashtanga, samadhi, as a state of ecstasy. At this stage, the meditator merges with his or her point of focus and transcends the self altogether. The meditator comes to realize a profound connection to the divine, an interconnectedness with all living things. With this realization comes the peace that passeth all understanding, the experience of bliss and being at one with the universe. On the surface, this may seem to be a rather lofty, holier than thou kind of goal. However, if we pause to examine what we really want to get out of life, would not joy, fulfillment, and freedom somehow find their way onto our list of hopes, wishes, and desires? What Patanjali had described as completion of the yogic path is what deep down all human beings aspire to: peace. We might also give some thought to the fact that this ultimate stage of yoga, enlightenment, can neither be bought nor possessed. It can only be experienced, the price of which is the continual devotion of the aspirant. I love this. Transcendence. I love this last line. It can neither be bought nor possessed. You cannot possess transcendence. You cannot purchase transcendence. It can only be experienced. Transcendence doesn't come from practicing yoga. Transcendence comes from the practice of yoga within oneself. So if you're practicing, meditating, feeling everything, and you're going through all the limbs, you eventually will get to samadhi, which is transcendence. And I'll just say this, like, if you read the book How Yoga Works, then the very last page you will understand what transcendence means. It is pure light. It means that you have transcended. There was also some sort of folklore about how once the Buddha transcended, he no longer needed to exist. He had transcended. So there's a lot of different types of ways to look at transcendence, and honestly, this isn't something that is reached just by practicing physical yoga. This is reached over years and years of deeply devoted meditation, and completely understanding yourself within your own body. People don't normally look within, heal the parts that are broken, and find that thing within yourself that you can completely look at and accept and be open to. A lot of times people will put things on standby for long periods of time, and it like clogs lots of things. That's why you need to align your chakras. Once this is aligned, once you have your physical practice, once you have your meditation practice, once you have all these other forms of like consciousness, that's when the transcendence can happen. So this is a very quick version of transcendence, because this isn't how to transcend. That's not what the goal is ever. Because so few people even reach transcendence, is my understanding. I know that I have not, and very, very few other yoga practitioners have, and it's not something that you can purchase or anything like that. This is one of these life things that happen only when you completely open yourself to the process. So that's it for me. That's Yoga Philosophy 101. I think it's such a cool thing to be a part of, where you can be completely at one with yourself, following the yoga ways. And if you have any more questions on this, let me know. I can include like the links and what I'm using to kind of help you along with this. This isn't what these are kind of like my opinions kind of mixed in with what my understanding is. So I hope that makes sense. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I can't wait to get back to the practice with you. But for now, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.